Hello everybody. So our next step is to share our chatbots in our website or our channel. So for that, we expect to have chatbot like the official one in WhatsApp. For example, if you see here we can see this chatbot here. If we click here, for example, we wait in the server. So this is the name of the chatbot is Sarah. I'm still a developer in hi Sarah, for example. We can see who are you. I'm Sarah the Rasa bot. At the same time, I'm also the Rasa mascot. So we can publish the same robots in our websites. For example, is in local websites. There is no need to have hosting or to pay something. So there is nothing involved. So to do that, we have to take some steps. For example, here in we already have the idea about these two files in the domain. So for me, I will try to modify this, or I can let it as it is. In domain there is, for example, good morning and etc. There are all of these responses to use our index page. For example, hello world here. So as we see hello world, there is no chatbot here, but we can see in our chatbot, we can index code. So as I type here is just a division. So this is the normal HTML code. So there is a head, there is a body, hello world. So or we can, for example, change hello world for hello from, for example, from your name, for example. And now this is the code to insert our chatbot. So for that, what's interest is that the custom data is language. For example, here is English. We can use any other language. The socket URL is http localhost 5005. That's what we already saw. The sockets IO. Also, we can, for example, modify the title. For example, in Rasa website, we already saw that it's about Sarah. Here, for example, your name. In subtitle, for example, this is first ever. So our next step and the final step is to go to this file is credentials. So I will go to there and to enable this sockets IO. So as you see here, we can deploy our chatbot in Facebook or Slack or any platform you want. But for me, I will change these ones for our website. We can copy and paste this. So it's the same thing. It's just about copying this and paste it here. But I have to delete these comments. Yeah, like that. That's it. So it's about copying this, quotes, or I can type it. For example, quotes. Yeah, or here true. True is to save our old conversations. So that's it. So you have just to modify this, and I think it will works now because we already modified our code here. No, it's not this one. Our code in the index. So here it is. We already mentioned here that the sockets IO. This is what here is the sockets IO. So I will work with this. Now for run this thing, these chatbots in our website. As you see here, there is no chatbot. From your name, but there is no chatbot. But we have to run the server. For that, we have to use Rasa run and you can use help to know what the list of the parameters that you can use, but here we can use this parameter of log file to store logs. For us it's very important to have logs, and also logs is just about history of what the chatbot done. And also this is the important thing, course. So enable course for the past origin, use this to whitelist all origins. So this is what will allows us to publish this in our website. So here we can type, for example, run course payload. So I can, for example, now enter and launch the server. Now we have to see, normally we have to see this chatbot here in our website. For example, I can put this here. Building is starting now. Browser server in this localhost. So connected. Now I think that it will work. If Yeah, here it is. So if, for example, I say bye, so here is the answer. For example, as we already mentioned, for example, if I say my first hello here, so I can put here this one, or this no, no. So hello morning. So good morning is the same thing as we put here, for example, in domain. So good morning. For example, if we put by, for example, it will give us this one. For example, I will put goodbye. It works. As you see, this is our local index.html, and we try to run it in our server, but in the next step we will try to run it in the server online, and all of your friends, your network can use internet to get to your chatbots. So thank you for this section, and see you in the next lecture. Thank you.